this story is incredible, right? With what they've done with Coach Prime. And I think part of the reason why there wasn't like a ton of, commentary around blenders in the e-commerce world is because from when they got acquired to this, major Coach Prime partnership, there wasn't too much action there. I mean, they had opened up a few stores, but I don't think Blenders was necessarily growing at the tick that Safilo thought it would grow post acquisition. And I follow Chase on Instagram, and I've seen him, kind of talk about how proud he was when he got this Coach Prime deal when it really popped off. And what's crazy too is if you look at the history of Blenders and Coach Prime, even before Coach Prime was at Colorado State University as the head coach of their football team. Chase's dad had encouraged him to approach him when he was at Jackson State because, a lot of teams do deals with shoe companies, obviously, Nike, Adidas, you name it. But, very few do sunglass deals. And I think, when it comes to timing, you look at what's happened with, college athletes now being able to make income from brand partnerships and brand deals like this. The timing for this was just spot on because, flashback 5 years ago, you couldn't pay, a college athlete to wear your sunglasses.
Yeah, that's true. But they've been one of the early guys with NIL as well, kind of looking at some of these deals. And I think what's interesting with this Coach Prime deal is that they knew that once he moved to Colorado, all eyeballs were going to be on him. And that was definitely true. As a college football fan, I was really tuned in to the Colorado games until they started losing a bunch. But I think the rest of the nation was there as well. But they had already planned on this collaboration. And when they were having their rivalry game with the Colorado State coach, Jay Norvell, he took a shot at Coach Sanders. And, in retrospect, you wonder if maybe, Jay Norvell should have gotten a piece of this action because he really started the marketing genie that went off of this. But he said that to the media, says, when I talk to grown-ups, I take my hat and my glasses off. And he said, that's what my mother taught me. And Coach Prime, whether he was just really succinct at managing media expectations or this was an all-natural thing, he took it personally. And so he immediately rallied his team behind this slogan, "It's personal." I'm getting ready for that game. And he actually ended up trademarking that as well. But they had planned on announcing the partnership, I think it was like September 20th, and then pulling it forward to September 15th when he gifted all of his players a pair of those Okinek shades. And so it was just this kind of really amazing timing moment where maybe Coach Prime knew that this was going to be announced in the next week. And so he was looking for an excuse to bring this up, or maybe it was just luck of the draw. But Blenders has amazing timing, just in general.
Yeah, I think they capitalized on the moment, right? They had this deal in the works, and then when that comment was made by, Jay Norrell, the CSU coach, Coach Prime and Chase were probably like, hey, we need to launch this now. And it just took off like crazy. So Coach Prime, gave every player a pair of his signature shades. He priced the sunglasses at $67 his birth year. And, it was just pretty incredible to see the rally. And I think the media attention they got was like insane. I mean, I remember, number one, Coach Prime is just such a media personality to begin with. But number two, I mean, I remember watching, CU Game Day and they had The Rock on ESPN and he's wearing the shades too. It was just incredible to see the reach that Blenders and Coach Prime got, around this, sunglass partnership.